All right, today we're going to peel back the layers of a fairy tale you think you know, and we're going to uncover something much, much darker at its core. This isn't just Beauty and the Beast. This is a story of parasitic devotion.
Hello, LexiWibers. As always, please remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. We love hearing from you. So let's start with one question, a really unsettling question that changes everything. I want you to forget the story you know, just for a minute. What if the beast wasn't some monster of fur and fangs, but something far more terrifying? What if he was just a hunger? Our story starts in a place completely drained of warmth, a kingdom where it feels like winter literally swallowed the sun. And here, we don't find a prince cursed to be some kind of animal. Oh no, we find a prince of dust. The first thing you have to picture about his world is just decay. It's all just one big, crumbling ruin, caught in this slow, unstoppable collapse. You know, a massive Gothic fortress, the kind of place that feels like it was designed to trap winter inside its own walls forever. And above all else, it is frozen. Not just with ice, but frozen in time. Everything is held in this silent, heavy, waiting state. And the prince himself? Well, he's just a mirror of his kingdom. He is a crumbling ruin. Imagine skin like cracked marble. His movements are stiff, agonizingly slow. He's draped in these moth-eaten silks. This is a man who isn't turning into an animal, he's turning into dust. His body is only held together by dark magic and this terrifying, desperate hunger for life, for vitality. And that brings us to the price of a single flower. Because you see, our prince wasn't looking for a wife to break some curse. No, he wanted a donor. So how does this trap work? Well, deep in the castle is this forbidden greenhouse, and it's home to something called the Eternal Bloom. It's this beautiful, otherworldly flower that literally feeds on the life force of the innocent. And its spores, they're a death sentence. They turn your lungs to solid stone. So, of course, Belle's father stumbles right into this greenhouse and breathes in those deadly spores. Belle's arrival at the castle, then, isn't her being taken prisoner. It is a cold, calculated transaction, a debt of blood. She trades her life for his, and she walks willingly right into the prince's web. And this is where things get truly sinister. The prince's courtship, it's not a romance. It's a beautiful, slow theft. Every single romantic gesture is just another piece of the trap. Get this, the prince isn't obsessed with her face, he's obsessed with her pulse. Those lavish dinners he serves, they're meant to fatten her spirit, just to make her a richer source for him to feed on. The beautiful music he plays, it's literally composed to sync her heartbeat to his own dying rhythm. His touch leaves this faint trail of frost on her skin, and even the gorgeous gowns he gives her, they're lined with these invisible needle-like thorns, slowly, constantly draining her vitality away.
And his justification for all this is just so twisted. He'd whisper to her, "You are so full of life, my dear. It is a waste for such warmth to stay trapped in one body. True love is sharing everything." In his mind, consuming her is the ultimate act of intimacy. And what you've got to understand is that this is a direct parasitic transfer of life. As Belle's radiant glow starts to fade, the prince's cracked marble skin becomes smooth again. As she grows pale, almost translucent, he starts to get this youthful glow back. He is literally blooming as she withers away. And all of this leads to the climax of his theft. He calls it the last icy dance, held on the eve of eternal vows. A night where the moon in the sky is the color of a fresh bruise. So, the scene is set. But the grand ballroom isn't lit by candles. Oh no, it's lit by thousands of roses, and they all pulse with this rhythmic red light. It's like being in a room full of beating hearts. As they dance, he finally confesses everything. He whispers this absolutely horrifying justification into her ear. He says, "This is the ultimate romance. You dying so that I may live to remember you." You see, his love isn't about her life. It's about preserving her as an artifact of beauty that only he can possess. And her end is just so cold and procedural. During their waltz, she realizes she can't feel her own feet anymore. As he whispers his plan, she can actually smell the grave on her own breath, while his now smells of summer. The clock strikes midnight, her final breath escapes, and her body turns into a cold, lifeless, white marble statue.
So in the end, Belle isn't saved. She's converted. She becomes a permanent battery of youth for the prince, and he just stands there, looking over her statue, now beautiful and radiant again, wearing her stolen life like a brand new cloak. The beast was never vanquished. It was fed.
And that leaves us with one final haunting question for you to think about. I mean, the prince succeeds, right? He preserves her beauty forever, frozen perfectly in time. But is his act one of some kind of twisted devotion? Or is it just the ultimate, all-consuming vanity? Thanks for listening, LexiWibers. We'd really love to know your thoughts on that last question. Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you soon.